Over 70% av alle nye nettsider laget kun for å svindle oss. Du sikker på at du klarer å gjennomskue alle?
For sikkerhetens skyld har vi inkludert viktige sikkerhetstjenester i våre mobilabonnement, slik at du blant annet kan surfe sikrere. Bli tryggere med mobilabonnement fra Telenor. Se telenor.no.
Gratulerer med dagen, damer. Jeg heter Helle Steinkløv, og Jernverket markerer Kvinnedagen med et Girlschool-intervju fra Muskelrock 2017. Bra gjeng!
Hi, we're Girlschool, and you're listening to Jernverket! Cheers! We got chocolate and the beer on now. We're happy now.
I remember this now. This is Enid. This is where Thor was. I keep telling everybody.
Oh, okay.
And I remember it. This was exactly the same.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
This is
my last interview for today.
Did we move the cushion? I was going to say, did you want all of us?
Let me have a little more room.
Yeah.
Did you want all of us or just two?
Is this beer?
Will those two be okay? Just easier?
If you don't want to talk, that's
No, I
okay.
might shout from here.
Yeah, you can.
Can we shout from here? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
There's no room for all of us up there.
Yeah, there is.
Of course it
There's
is. I
a
can
room.
just move this.
Today's come here.
Down here.
Come on.
Come up.
Lazy cat.
Okie
You
dokie.
can sit next to chocolate with me and I want you
Kiss a
all
leg
day.
up. Yeah, I know. It's alright, hang on.
Who wants some chocolate? I'm going to have one of these caramel things.
Awesome.
Awesome.
But this is, I'm sitting here with Girls School and they're eating chocolate.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't rock and roll. We don't drink anymore.
We can't eat our pudding. It's our pudding. Just had dinner, now it's pudding.
So, why don't we just start at the beginning? Each one of you tell me who you are and what you do in the band.
Hi, I'm Kim, and I try and get away with as little as possible. No, I sing and play rhythm guitar.
Hi, I'm Denise and I'm the drummer.
And she tries to get away with
And she
even less than possible.
Just less than possible.
Yeah,
I'm Jackie, I'm lead guitar.
and she does nothing.
I'm Enid,
less.
vocalist and bass.
So you do everything then?
No.
Yeah, quite a bit. Yeah.
Nothing. Nobody does anything.
Minus.
Quite the contrary.
So let's start from the beginning. How did Girls School become a band? And when did this happen?
When's that going to happen?
Oh, it was about 40 years ago. No.
Well, the
oh,
girls'
yeah, it was
school.
actually, yeah. Oh, well, basically, Enid and I grew up in the same street. And ever since we were little, we were into music. And basically, we just loved music and wanted to be in a band. And all the guys that we knew that were actually playing and in bands didn't want girls in the band. So we had no choice but to find other girls that wanted to play, like-minded. Which we
formed
did.
a band called Nima.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was going way back. Enid knows more dates than I do.
I think we go that much detail.
No.
Yeah, we had a.
Yeah, that
We
was
did
first
mostly
ever
covers,
Bandet.
and we went through various lineups, and we had quite a following, but we did mostly covers. And then after a couple of years, we got Kelly joined the band, and then Denise came along and she said, "Oh, I want to change the name," and. So it kind of, one band became the next, really.
Yeah,
But,
basically we had a covers band called Painted Lady, which way after we first started, because basically we first started, we played the local youth club and stuff like that, when we were really young, and then just progressed bit by bit by bit. And then, as Enid said, we got quite a following with this female covers band. Again, we were only girls, really, because we couldn't find any guys that wanted to actually play in a band with girls at that time. Because it was a long time. We're talking 70s, late 70s, early 70s, late 70s, and
75.
yeah. And of course, this is before punk came along. Obviously, when punk came along, it became more acceptable for women or anybody to get up and do whatever they wanted. So. That's yeah.
But in
But we were there
75
before that.
Yeah, when we started playing, we got laughed at because everyone was saying girls don't play, and we said we're going to do what we like. No, you did, and a few months later, the Runaways came along with the single. But they were American, and before then there'd been a couple of bands, Fanny and Bertha. But America was like Mars to us, because we didn't travel so much in those days. And so we said, well, we want to do this. And so we went and did it. But like Kim said, sort of with punk, 76, 77, suddenly hundreds of girls started picking up instruments and forming bands. And a few years later, they were all gone again. But it was very much that kind of time.
But in 1978, we became Girls' School, and it all started.
It's when we hit the road and we got an agent.
And started writing our own material and being a proper band, you know. So,
And you just continued while all the other girl bands they've disappeared throughout the years.
Yeah, there's obviously something wrong with us.
40 years and never split up.
And that's also kind of weird. Don't girls quarrel and chatter a lot?
10 different members in all that time, so it's pretty good. These two have been it right from the beginning, all the way through. So all 40 years these two have done.
God.
Definitely get less for murder.
But as I'm a girl myself, I'm a kind of wow, yes. I'm kind of curious about how you felt the change from it not being okay for girls to play, and now when nobody really cares anymore, everyone can play. I can feel that the same. Like stop your girl, like you did probably in the beginning. How has this had an impact on you as a band?
Well, I think basically at the beginning we just didn't really. I didn't really notice too much of it. We just did it because we loved doing it. So we just got on with it. If you know what I mean. I don't think we really came up. When we'd play with other bands on the road, we didn't seem to be treated any different. So as far as I was concerned, it was we were always like one of the boys anyway, you know, one of the lads. So but this was obviously in the 80s. Well, as we went on, but it was only really at the beginning the sexism thing I found, because basically it was boys didn't want to play with girls. It was simple as that, because girls didn't do that. It was it wasn't it wasn't the norm then. So.
But it's also changed a lot in the last few years, because when Pink had a band of women behind her and really hot musicians, and Beyonce did the same thing, and of course Bowie had a female bass player who was brilliant, and so did Robbie Williams.
And Prince had a female drummer.
Yeah, Prince, that's true, yeah. And that was a lot earlier. But things have changed beyond belief.
But I read a story that you actually, is this correct, that you were removed from the poster or a festival or whatever because they already had a girl band?
They just didn't book us. They
never used to have.
And it was in Sweden.
They didn't want two female bands on the same.
It's a bit like they have the token female band, and that's it. You know, you can't possibly have two female bands.
It's still a gimmick. It's a gimmick almost. It's kind of tragic.
I mean, how many female bands are at this festival?
Well, this is the only one. But there are a lot of females in the band.
Good. Oh, right. Oh, there you go then.
But
you don't have to be a female band.
No,
anyway.
you don't.
Because these days you can mix it up.
Exactly.
You know, so
and there are a lot of mixed bands here. It's like girl,
better, really.
And girl bands are still rare. And I don't know why.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, if you mix it up, there's no point having a female band.
You don't have to be female band anymore.
No.
So,
but we did used to wonder why there's not as many as we thought there would be.
Yeah,
it's weird. They all disappeared. You know,
the chances of having 4 women that all like the same music and all want to do the same thing seems silly to just keep it female for the sake of it.
Yeah, these days.
Yes, you never.
We had no choice in the old days, because obviously, as we said, we couldn't. You know, that's the only way we could form a band. But these days, you don't have to have all girls.
So you never thought about putting in a guy?
Well, we did a few
Yeah, we did
times.
at one point. Yeah, we had my boyfriend in, didn't we? At
Yeah,
one point,
yeah, playing the lead guitar.
when Kelly couldn't make it, she was still. She had to go
Somewhere,
I can't remember where she went.
But he
And
came
we,
to
yeah,
Athens.
yeah, we had
Yeah.
this gig in Athens, this festival
And he-
with Motörhead. Funny
He looked
enough,
like Kelly,
but the
so-
funny thing is, he was tall, blonde, and had the same sort of hairdo.
So people thought
and
it
I
was
think
Kelly.
people at the back still thought it was Kelly. But the girls at the front, 'cause he was pretty gorgeous, they were all just looking at him like this. We thought, oh, this is pretty good actually. We're catering for everybody here. Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Å få private bilder spredt på nett noe av det vondeste som kan skje. Og midt i all fortvilelsen det lett å føle seg totalt hjelpeløs. Hva ville du gjort i en slik situasjon?
For sikkerhetens skyld har vi inkludert viktige sikkerhetstjenester i våre mobilabonnement. Du kan blant annet få hjelp til å fjerne uønsket innhold på nett. Bli tryggere med mobilabonnement fra Telenor. Se telenor.no.
Kiwi jobber hver dag for å være Norges billigste lavpriskjede. Og nå presser vi prisene på hundrevis av julevarer. På 500 gram Evergood filtermalt kaffe presser vi prisen fra 89,90 helt ned til 69,90. På 470 gram Fjordland risgrøt med sukker og kanel presser vi prisen fra 32,90 til 19,90. Prisene gjelder helt fram til 31. desember, for det vi som prispresserne. Og vi i Kiwi gir oss aldri på pris. God jul!
But through 40 years, there's been 12 albums? 13 now?
13.
Yeah. Which one is your least favorite album?
Running Wild.
That was a quick answer.
There's some good songs on that album, but we don't really class
We
it
didn't
as
like
a
the
girls'
lineup.
school.
No, it's not a line.
And that was a 5-piece as
yeah,
well.
so it wasn't really Girls' School.
No.
We should have changed the name for that one and done it as a separate project.
School
you know.
Girls, we should have called it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that one as well.
I don't
Yeah.
really got a least one after that.
Yeah.
I like Take a Bite. There's some good stuff on that.
Yeah, there's good stuff on that.
Head Over Heels, nice bloody
Yeah,
good tracks. Yeah.
Least, we're going for least.
Yeah, least. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I can't think of a least.
They're all good.
Okay, exactly. They're all, yeah. Oh, they've all got something. Maple Cross, I love Nightmare
Nightmare at Maple Cross, I love that too. Yeah.
Great. That was back. We went back with our old producer for that one,
Vic Mail. Yeah.
That was great. Good songs in that. Yeah, so
What
they've
about
all
you?
got. I think they've all got their
One
good
of mine,
points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that one much.
Were you saying something?
She don't like half of them because she's not on them.
No, that's not the reason. I like.
What's the ones you're on? Just say the least one that you're on.
Well, no, I was going to say that Play Dirty. It was one that some
no,
people
I love
love it
that.
and some
We
people hate it.
I love that
And
album.
in Europe and Britain, it was seen
Yeah, but
as
you
like
weren't
complete
on that
change.
one, Enid.
No.
So you're not really thinking to have your opinion on that one because we were on it.
well, yeah.
And we love
I
that
do.
album. We love that
Yeah,
album.
we do.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that some
Yeah.
people loved it and some
Yeah.
people hated it.
But we love
So
it. You know, the people that were in the band at that time love it.
Yeah.
We all loved it. Yeah.
But how have you been working with the songwriting? How do you sit down and put out a song out there and then it becomes an album?
Well, it's changed over the years. Actually, we come to now
on
singing
Skype.
stuff down the phone at each other.
I've got a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
studio
yeah,
at
yeah,
home,
yeah.
so I tended to sit there and jam a few songs and send them to Kim and Enid.
Yeah.
And then she'd be singing little bits down the phone and oh, okay, I got that. Okay, let me just put some music to that.
And then one time
And then
when
we
we
jam.
were recording our Legacy album, we had Lemmy on the phone on the end of the phone in LA, and we
know,
were
we're so
literally
drunk.
screaming down the phone at him. Don't come to me! He's going, what? He's like, all right, yeah. So yeah.
Said it sounded like the song.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we were singing. 'cause
That
we
was
were
one way of writing a song, anyway.
That was hilarious, wasn't it?
Yeah. It turned out good, actually. didn't it?
Yeah.
But how did you get to know Lemmy so well? Did you live in the same neighborhood, or how
No.
does all this stuff come up? The
God,
cooperation
yeah.
with Motörhead and
Well, we had a single out on an independent label that we did really early on, and because with punk, of course, you didn't just get bands starting up; you had labels, and it was a whole DIY attitude. And John Peel picked it up, and he played it on the radio, Motörhead's manager heard it and suggested us, and Lemmy came down to rehearsal.
Just to
Love
see
the
if
band.
we could play.
Yeah, but I mean, basically, the thing
were
was
looking
that
for
Motörhead were just about to do their first major British tour, and they were looking for a support band, probably that was a bit different as well, you know, because they were a crossover band as well, really, between the punk and heavy metal, which we found sort of we were as well, because we'd play punk clubs and they'd think we were heavy metal. We'd play heavy metal clubs and they thought we were punks.
Yeah.
So we were in the same sort of crossover type band, and when they heard this single, they thought obviously and the fact that we were girls as well, you know, obviously Lemmy being Lemmy, he thought, oh right, let's go check them out. And of course, as soon as he walked in, we just got on, and they invited us on the tour. And then their management signed us up, their record company signed us up, and then the rest is history. As they say.
Yeah.
And of course we toured with them again over the years.
Done loads of tours.
Yeah,
The
last
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we were on their very first major one, and we were on their last 40th anniversary one as well. So
We did 3 in 12 years.
yeah.
I think it was that.
How did that feel, the first one, compared to the last one now with its...
Well, the first one, of course, was like we didn't know what the hell was going on. We weren't used to be playing such, big places and everything. Or nor were they, because it was again their first major tour, and of course it was all new and exciting and everything. So yeah, it was great, really great fun. Yeah. And we were all really young and just used to get up to God. Can't even go there. What we used to get up to in those days.
And the last one was interesting because we landed in Paris on the day of the bomb.
Oh,
So
yeah.
It started off really well.
The morning after the battle plan.
The morning after.
Yeah, we were
still
told
did-
to drive there. Lemmy still wanted to do the gig.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, of course, the city shut down for a few days, but no, he still wants to do the gig.
Well, yeah, of course, because he said you don't, you have to
Fifty
carry
died 2
on.
days
But
before.
basically, we couldn't do it because
Seriously bad.
they had 3 days of thingy. But so that was a really awful, obviously, time. But obviously by this time though, Motörhead got so big, or Lemmy had got so big, so the difference of the venues between obviously the first tour,
Massive.
40 years earlier, and the ones that we just did. We were playing Munich, wasn't it? 2 nights, 8,000 each, sold out.
Stockholm was 12.
No, there was one in 12,000 we did.
That's Stockholm.
Yeah, I think
Massive
Stockholm
arenas.
was massive.
Stockholm Arena.
And all sold out, so I think it's because it's Lemmy's 40th, and
Yeah.
so
I saw the gig in Oslo, and it was...
Oh yeah.
It was not just good, but it was also touching, because
Yeah,
you knew
yeah.
that it was
Yeah.
probably the last.
Did you see us
time.
in Oslo?
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to say.
that was all right.
I saw you too.
But, well, as you can tell, it was a really great way
Atmosphere,
to finish the whole cycle thing, So
Yeah,
it was just great for us as well to be, and Saxon, of course, as well. Just because obviously all 3 bands were there at the beginning as well, and then we were all there together at the end.
Did Saxon also do the first tour? With
No, but
No.
they were.
They were
I think
part
they did the
of-
second tour with them.
They were always
I
on
think they
tour
did
with
the
Motörhead as well,
They
weren't
did
they?
the second tour
Yeah.
with them, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So, but we all go back so far. Yeah.
But you've written a lot of music throughout the years, but still you chose to re-record the Hit and Run. Why did you do this?
Well, actually, it was really because the record company thought it'd be a good idea, because a lot of people were trying to get hold of the original and couldn't. But also, it was a way of reclaiming our songs back, because basically, like many other bands from that era, we don't own our songs. We have no control over them. They're just
Dodgy deals.
Yeah. So basically, it was a way of us almost reclaiming our songs back.
Yeah.
And it was to celebrate its. Was that 30th
30th
anniversary? Yeah. I'm getting confused with too many years. Yeah.
No, it wasn't the 30th anniversary. Legacy was.
Yeah, that's right.
No, I mean of the Hit and Run album.
Hit and Run album.
Oh, right,
The
yeah.
Hit and Run album.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about. Recording the Hit and Run.
Well,
It
yeah.
was 30 years.
Well, that's why we
why
did
they
it, wasn't it? It was the 30th
30th
anniversary
year.
of the album. That's why we re-recorded it.
Yeah.
But you also did that for Legacy. Or,
Legacy was the 30th anniversary of the band.
yeah. That was
We like anniversaries. It's an excuse for a party.
of course. Partying is the best way to just stay alive. I don't know. but what about? Do you have any particularly good stories from your career that you could share with us? Something fun, or something crazy, or something Spinal Tap-ish?
Oh, we got so many. How long is
It's always Spinal Tap.
We are Spinal Tap.
In fact, most bands in most heavy metal bands will say to you, I think, "Oh, it was written about us." It was every single band would say that, So, I mean, most heavy metal bands have their Spinal Tap moments.
Yeah, and we've had loads.
And we've had loads. We just, can't think of
We've
that.
definitely got lost in a few corridors.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hollywood, we got lost. Me and
one.
Kelly were
Stonehenge
there
coming
like
down.
that. We got lost, completely lost. We could hear the crowd. Kept going down the corridors. No, it's not that way. Dead end. Took us about 10 minutes to find the stage.
And most of the other stories are just basically about getting drunk and falling
they all
over.
involve
and-
alcohol.
Yeah, most of them involve alcohol. Yeah.
What if we just don't talk about the alcohol, but just tell the fun parts of it?
Yeah. No, that's normally what hand in hand.
Can't remember it.
That's it. Nothing.
So then, you don't want to tell me about those
No.
stories. No, but
can't
what
remember half of
about
it.
what about you telling me the coolest gig you've ever done, and which band were you there with, or who did you play for?
Well, I'd say Deep Purple.
Yeah.
That was amazing, fantastic. There were
in the band at the
lasers
time.
everywhere. It was the perfect Strangers tour with
It was
Deep
basically when Deep Purple reformed.
Amazing.
In
Absolutely.
America, and Richie Blackmore was a
7-week
fan of the
tour in
band.
America. It was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, so we went over there, and it was the first time that I'd been sat on the side of the stage. And you couldn't actually hear the band because the audience, it was like the people, they were screaming so loud.
And lasers were going
it was
everywhere.
just-
It just looked
brilliant, yeah.
amazing.
And of course it was massive.
Yeah.
Tacoma Dome and
Like 20,000 people a night or something.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
But apart from that, with Girlschool, I think
Best tour ever.
Alice Cooper for me.
Alice
Oh,
Cooper.
yeah.
Black Sabbath, we played 4 nights at Hammersmith Odeon, and we were only just sort of coming up.
Yeah, that was good, yeah.
Sort of around the time of our first album, and they were the first gigs that Dio had done, and it was kind of like we felt like a big band for the first time, probably.
Yeah. But hang on, funny enough, I remember getting on the 220 bus where we lived in Wandsworth to Hammersmith. You could get a bus straight there. Getting on the bus, guitar on the back, off we go again.
Biggest gig of our lives.
How did I get there?
Where's the
I don't know,
limo, darling?
You probably got a cab, don't you?
Yeah, you've probably got a cab.
Yeah, probably. But no, that's so weird. Just thinking, oh well, off we go to Hammersmith again. Yeah.
Oh, and Heavy Metal Barn Dance. That was
that's
Motörhead,
brilliant.
Saxon, ourselves, and
Bardis.
and like some of the
Loads of
others. And it was 8,000 people, but it was Motörhead weren't.
Yeah, that was great, that.
It was just as Motörhead were getting really, really big.
Yeah.
And it was
It was quite an
it was
event.
special.
Yeah,
That was brilliant, that gig. I remember it,
Yeah.
Barn dance, not.
Heavy metal band.
Yeah.
But I keep thinking, how the hell do you get there? How the hell do you get to play with Black Sabbath and stuff like that when you're
They
such a
kept
new
inviting
band?
us. We
played with them in Russia as well.
But we weren't just a new band. It's like when we were doing the covers band, and Denise was doing another band as well at the same time.
Punk band.
And we were like playing twice a week when we were 15 in local pubs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then once we decided to name ourselves Girl School and we had an agent, we were going off on these tours around Ireland and France, playing in nightclubs and stuff. And we were like doing 200 gigs a year sometimes.
Yeah.
And it was really, we worked quite hard for a few years. And then, we had the Overkill tour. And Motörhead weren't big at that point. That was that was a big album, but it was, they were playing theatres, but they weren't completely sold out. They were just working their way up. And it wasn't until we did Please Don't Touch, and then Motörhead went mega with No Sleep Till Hammersmith, and that was when we
And
did
Ace
Hit
of
and Run.
Spades, of course.
Yeah. But that was sort of when it sort of really changed. But it was like bit by bit, so the Motörhead tour, and then toured with Uriah Heep, and then
so
do you want to go and carried on over a long time.
Apparently we've got a sound check.
Yeah, so we didn't just walk into
She's
it.
got to go and
Oh,
sort
sound.
drums.
Yeah, we should take a photo with the whole band before you leave. Can we do that?
Sure, yeah.
We can go
No, it's just-
I
outside.
don't know what I'm supposed to do.
We're not going to they just wanted us to go and sound check.
We just take the photo, and after that we can pick the songs, and then I guess you have to go for the sound check.
Yeah, they just said,
Especially
it's
we're on at
now,
10, I
it's
think
nearly
about-
10
what is it now?
past.
10 past 9?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey, we've got to get changed as well. Oh my
God.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's
I just noticed the thing because I can hear it all gone quiet out there.
Yeah. Du har hørt et intervju med Girlschool spilt inn under Muskelrock 2017. Neste vekk spiller Aunt Mary og Høst på Røverstaden i Oslo, og i den anledning plukker Jernverket frem et intervju med begge bandene.
Og så under en sånn der tunnel under toglinja, så sklei bussen inn i betongveggen der og knuste frontruta. Og da satt vi og kjørte de siste 10 mila uten frontruta, og da var jeg meter med snø inn i bussen.
Abonner på Jernverket podcast via podcast-app eller gå inn på jernverket.com. Gi gjerne podcasten full pott på den plattformen du bruker. Det sånn den stiger på listene og spres ut til folket, og det gjør meg jo glad også om du stemmer på den. Jernverket for øvrig ut etter nye samarbeidspartnere, så hvis du sugen på annonser via podcast, kan du sende meg en melding. Og husk på å følge Jernverket på Instagram og Facebook for månedens album fra Katakomben, diskusjoner, konkurranser og nyheter. Hele Steinkløv, det meg, og jeg gir deg et nytt eller gammelt hardrock-intervju hver fredag. Hei så lenge!
Å få private bilder spredt på nett noe av det vondeste som kan skje. Og midt i all fortvilelsen det lett å føle seg totalt hjelpeløs. Hva ville du gjort i en slik situasjon?
For sikkerhetens skyld har vi inkludert viktige sikkerhetstjenester i våre mobilabonnement. Du kan blant annet få hjelp til å fjerne uønsket innhold på nett. Bli tryggere med mobilabonnement fra Telenor. Se Telenor.no.